It is common sense to have a method and try it. If it fails, admit it frankly and try another. But above all, try something. Franklin D. Roosevelt. Hi, welcome to my vlog. My name is Eduardo L. Cruz. The purpose of today's vlog is to talk about my events and decisions from the month of April. Today, I will first talk about how my bandmates and I have decided to put our single on hold. Second, our attempt to salvage our drum tracks using the service Fiverr. And third, that a monotonous exercise routine demands variety. And finally, that I bought a solid state drive for my computer. To me, this is important. This vlog is very important because it allows me to self-reflect. And in addition, it keeps you, the viewer, in the know about what's going on in my life. With that out of the way, let's begin. My bandmates and I have decided to put our single on hold. Best Drink is the name of our single. It is about nostalgia and its ability to deceive and misplace our present values. In other words, what we value now is clouded by a glorified past. In my view, nostalgia can open the imagination towards what was and what could be again. That if one returns to that moment in time, the void of misery will leave them. That is the appeal of nostalgia. It provides the expectations of yesterday to fill the emptiness of today's reality. Nostalgia is the best drink I have ever had because it allows me to cite the past, but rarely the present, and even less the future. Currently, we do not know when we will return to the song Best Drink, but as usual, we will carry on and move forward. To finish our track Best Drink, when we were working on it, we used the service Fiverr to try and salvage our drum track. When you record, usually you have a couple of good recordings. The reason is because when you have those recordings, you can use them to edit and then at the exact same time make a better track, similar to the function of copy and paste on a computer. Fiverr is a gig service that allows you to pay for services like editing and recording. By going on Fiverr to pay for editing, we thought that we can salvage our one drum take. Unfortunately, we realized that it wasn't gonna work. And part of this was because we kept on working with the audio engineer by sending revisions of the track back and forth, and this went on for a good week. In fact, before I go any further, shout out to Fabio. Thank you very much for allowing even an extension to continue the edit. But we concluded that we were not going to continue with the edit because we didn't have additional tracks. It just was not going to work. The individual track that we did have, unfortunately, wasn't sufficient. And so I believe that in the meantime, especially during quarantine, we will just make another drum track while using a electric drum set. That way we can at least shift files back and forth between us. But in the meantime, we will move into another song or project that we have because it is much easier to get in rhythm with something that you are currently in the rhythm of than trying to get back into the groove of that same song. It's just really difficult to put yourself back into a creative mindset when it comes to it. And I think in time we will go back to it. But for now, we'll just put it on hold and keep on moving forward. Boredom can kill productivity, and a monotonous exercise routine demands variety. On my previous vlog of March, I spoke about my transition to body weight exercises. They're great. This is because of the COVID-19 pandemic and the closure of all gym facilities. In 1 month, I grew bored of the same daily body weight routine. To compensate for this boredom, I added a jump rope to my workout routine, which is great because it allows me to work cardio a lot more. But not just that, it allows me to watch a show while I'm working out. It also does compensate with day in, day out of the same repetitive motion of having to do body weight workouts. And it gives me something to look forward to on my days off, which means that I have 3 days for body workouts and I have 2 days for jump rope. And during that time of jump rope, I got to finish this show called The IT Crowd, which I recommend you to watch. You'll either thank me or hate me by the time the show ends. But I will continue this weekly routine, and I suggest anybody else that wants a variety in their routine to use jump rope. And finally, I bought a solid state drive for my computer. In early March, it was word that schools would close because of the COVID-19 pandemic. I had a computer and have a computer at home, except at the time in March, it did not work. Once I got word of this, I did place an order on Amazon for a solid state drive. Unfortunately, the drive wouldn't arrive till May, and that was like mid-May. And being in March, that's just way too long. Upon reading that, I decided to go online and find an SSD right there and then. And fortunately for me, Best Buy did have a sale. Because they had a sale, I was able to go not only buy it for a cheaper price, but I was also able to go and pick it up curbside, which is really awesome. So I definitely worth the time and money. So because of that, during my downtime, I began to stream and play games because hey, got a functioning PC, gotta do something with it other than just study. And I decided to play the Resident Evil 2 remake that came out, I believe, 2019. Yeah, 2019. So it's been a year. The game is a retelling of the original Resident Evil 2 series from 1998, or I should say Resident Evil 2 game from 1998. There are 2 scenarios to the same story, one that pertains to Leon Kennedy and the other to Claire Redfield. The story centers around a zombie virus epidemic that has stricken Raccoon City. Leon arrives in Raccoon City because it is his first day as a police officer. Claire Redfield arrives in Raccoon City in search for her brother, Chris Redfield. In the previous game, Resident Evil 1, Chris Redfield was one of the main protagonists when the virus first struck, and it struck in a mansion. Both must now survive a horde of zombies to escape Raccoon City. If you would like to see the gameplay, it is on the channel. I will leave a link for it down below. I don't know what game I will be playing next, but if you subscribe, you'll get a ring and you will know what I will next stream. To conclude, my bandmates and I have put our single Best Drink on hold. Second, we made the decision after using Fiverr that we will switch and use an electric drum set at the moment because it suits us better. Third, bodyweight is an excellent exercise. It keeps one in shape, but it demands variety, and I use the jump rope to add to my variety. And lastly, I bought a solid state drive for my computer, and I began to stream video games on my YouTube channel. Feel free to check it out if you wish. The reason this vlog is important to me because it allows me to reflect and review. At the same time, and in addition, it keeps you, the viewer, in the know about what's going on in my life. So to reiterate, it is common sense to take a method and try it. If it fails, admit it frankly and try another. But above all, try something. I know that some of us are currently confined to 4 walls. Hell, some of us are confined because of social political factors that are beyond our control. Remember that you, only you, can decide what you will do today to benefit your tomorrow. So good luck and best wishes. I'm out.